My dear one, you are safe here. There is nothing you need to do right now, but allow yourself to be still for a moment and breathe. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your heart become just a little more open. This space we share right now is filled with love and peace. No matter what has happened, no matter how long you've carried that heavy feeling inside, you are welcome here, exactly as you are. Sometimes life brings experiences that leave us feeling broken inside. Emotional pain can come quietly or suddenly. It might arrive as the sting of disappointment, the ache of betrayal, the sorrow of loss, or the long stretch of loneliness that seems to never go away. And while others may not always see what we are carrying, the pain within is very real. It shows up in our bodies, in our tired eyes, in the way we breathe, in the way we hold ourselves back from joy. There is no shame in this. Pain is not weakness. Emotional wounds are simply messages from within that say, please love me, please take care of me. You see, every part of you, even the hurt parts, are longing for love, not judgment, not more pressure, not more pretending that everything is okay. You don't need to wear a mask here. This is a space of healing, and healing begins the moment we feel safe enough to be real. So if your heart feels tired, if you've been holding back tears or pushing down emotions for far too long, know that you are not alone. So many beautiful souls walk through life feeling disconnected from themselves, wondering why the same pain keeps returning, why joy feels out of reach. The truth is, we are never meant to carry so much without release. Your soul is not lost. It's simply been waiting for you to turn inward, to listen, to care. I want you to know this deeply. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not too far gone. You are not too damaged to heal. The pain you feel is not your identity. It is a moment, a chapter, and every chapter can turn a page. Today, you are turning a page, gently, softly, at your own pace. Let's take another breath together. Inhale, hold, exhale. As you breathe out, you're already letting go of something. Maybe it's a bit of fear. Maybe it's a bit of sadness. Let it move through you like wind through leaves. You do not need to hold on to it anymore. There is more for you on the other side of this pain. More peace, more joy, more love. You see, the soul never disappears. It only quiets down when it's overwhelmed. Emotional pain can cause the soul to retreat, just like a child who hides when they feel hurt. But the soul doesn't abandon you. It waits. And when you begin to create a safe space for healing, the soul starts to return. It comes back with wisdom, with softness, with deep inner strength. Pain has a language of its own. It speaks in fatigue. It whispers in tears that fall unexpectedly. It calls through the tension in the body or the emptiness in the chest. But pain also points to the path of healing. Where it hurts is where the light can enter. And no matter how deep the wound, healing is always possible. Always. Sometimes we carry pain for so long that we forget who we were before it arrived. We become used to it so much that we don't even recognize its weight anymore. It feels normal to be tired, to be guarded, to expect disappointment. But just because something feels familiar does not mean it's meant to stay. Emotional pain is not your home. It's a signal, a whisper that says, there's something here that needs your attention, your love, your willingness to heal. And that willingness, it begins with the smallest act, acknowledging the pain. That's what you're doing now, and that is beautiful. That is powerful. There is no need to fix it all at once. Just this moment of honesty, of being present with yourself, is the seed of transformation. From here, everything changes. Now, let us speak gently to the body. Say softly within yourself, I am open to healing. I allow love to enter where pain once lived. This is not about forcing anything. It's about relaxing into truth. Let your heart soften around these words. Let them wrap around you like a warm blanket. You might feel resistance at first, and that is okay. We've been taught to stay strong by pushing feelings away. But true strength comes from softness. It comes from being willing to feel and heal. Your body remembers every wound, but it also remembers how to recover. The body responds beautifully to loving thoughts. Every cell is listening to what you believe about yourself. So let's begin speaking kindly to ourselves, not as a demand, but as an offering. You can say, I am willing to heal. That's all. No need to believe it fully yet. Willingness is enough. Willingness opens the door to deeper healing. Even if it's just a crack in the door, light finds a way through. You are opening that door now. When we talk about soul recovery, we're really talking about bringing ourselves home, back to truth, back to the heart. The soul is not something distant. It lives in your breath, in your quiet thoughts, in the way your chest rises when you laugh, and even in your tears. Soul recovery is not a grand event. It's a gentle remembering, a coming back to who you were before the world taught you to shrink, to harden, to hide. Think of it like gathering lost pieces of yourself. With each loving thought, each kind word, each peaceful moment of stillness, you call those pieces back. You reclaim your energy, you restore your spirit, and each time you do this, you grow stronger in your truth. Sometimes emotional pain makes us feel like we are not ourselves anymore, but you are still here. You are still whole underneath the pain. The light of your soul is never destroyed. It simply dims when covered in sorrow. But the beautiful thing is, light cannot be forgotten. It only waits for your invitation to shine again. So let us begin that invitation today. Let's invite love back in, not from outside sources, but from within. The deepest healing comes from the love you give yourself. It begins with how you speak to yourself, how you listen to your needs, how you allow yourself to rest, to cry, to breathe. You do not have to rush. There is no race to healing. There is only this moment. And in this moment, your healing has already begun. You are choosing a new way, a way filled with compassion and truth, a way that brings your soul gently back to you. Let your breath be your guide. With every breath, you create space inside, and in that space, love grows, peace returns, pain softens. This is soul recovery. This is the way home, and you are doing it beautifully. There is a quiet voice within that has waited patiently for this moment. It is not loud, not demanding. It doesn't push or force. It simply whispers, "Come back to me." That voice is your soul, calling you back to the deepest truth of who you are, not the identity shaped by pain or fear, not the story others may have told, but the part of you that has always been whole, even when you didn't feel it. Emotional pain has a way of pulling us away from that center. It causes us to scatter pieces of ourselves in different directions. We lose trust and joy. We question love. We guard our hearts so tightly that even peace feels unfamiliar. But the soul does not punish. It waits, gently, lovingly. And when you begin to listen again, even just a little, the soul responds. You may not realize how much of your spirit has been placed on hold. Over the years, in moments of betrayal or sorrow, in times when your needs were ignored or when you felt unseen, a small piece of your inner light may have quietly drifted away just to protect you. That's okay. That was your way of surviving. There is no shame in the way you coped. You did the best you could with the understanding you had. And now, with love, we begin to call those parts home. Think of your soul as a garden. Some parts may feel overgrown, some dry, some forgotten. But deep beneath the surface, the soil is rich. Healing is like gently watering the roots, clearing the weeds, letting sunlight reach the hidden places. You do not need to rush this process. You only need to stay with it with love. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about returning to the beauty that has always lived inside you. That beauty may have been covered by pain, by fear, by years of self-doubt, but it has never left. And the more you allow yourself to soften, to be still, to be honest with your feelings, the more that light begins to shine again. So many have been taught to be strong by being silent. But silence isn't always strength. Sometimes strength is in the soft sob, the brave breath, the quiet moment of saying, I need care. That's not weakness, it's sacred truth. The soul thrives on truth. Even painful truths, when met with love, become healing tools. You are not broken, you are buried. And now, with compassion, we begin the unearthing. One breath at a time, one gentle choice at a time. You do not need to fix everything today. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for your healing. Let's speak to that hidden part inside, the part that has waited so long. You can say softly within yourself, I welcome myself back. I invite my soul to return. These words are not just phrases. They are permission. They are openings. They are the sound of your spirit saying yes to life again. You may feel emotions rise. That is good. That means your soul is listening. That means the door is creaking open. Even if the pain comes to the surface, know that it's only passing through, not staying. It must rise to leave. You are not the pain. You are the space that holds the healing. Now is the time to gently begin releasing what no longer serves you, not with force, not with shame, but with love. Imagine holding the weight you've carried like a bundle in your arms. You've carried it for so long because you didn't know there was another way, but now you do. And now you may begin to lay it down. This weight might look like self-criticism, like holding on to old regrets, like reliving painful memories over and over. It might sound like, I'm not enough, or I should have known better. These thoughts have echoed long enough. They are echoes of pain, not truth. And now you get to speak new words. Whisper gently, I am willing to release what has weighed me down. I do not need to carry it anymore. Let these words rest inside your heart like warm hands. You are not erasing the past. You are honoring it by no longer letting it define your future. It's okay if it feels strange at first. That is part of the healing. Letting go is not forgetting. Letting go is choosing peace over punishment, choosing love over replaying hurt. It is a daily practice, not a one-time event. Some days will feel easier than others. Be kind to yourself in all of it. One beautiful way to release is to speak to yourself in the mirror. Gently look into your own eyes and say, you are doing so well. I see you. I love you. It's safe to let go now. This mirror work is powerful because it allows the mind and body to hear love out loud. And the more often you do this, the more your nervous system begins to believe it. There's no need for a perfect script. Just speak from love. Even silence, paired with presence, is healing. Even a tear is healing. All of it counts. Every drop of compassion you offer yourself is a drop of healing returned to your soul. Your heart has longed to hear kind words from within. Let them flow now. You can say, I give myself permission to rest. I am not my past. I am worthy of peace. Feel how your body softens just from those thoughts. That is the power you hold. Thought by thought, breath by breath, you are reshaping your inner world. As you do this, you will notice small shifts. Maybe your shoulders relax. Maybe your sleep deepens. Maybe your mind becomes a little more peaceful. These are signs. Your soul is returning. Your energy is healing. You are coming home. And as you return to yourself, you will begin to hear something new inside, your inner truth. That quiet, steady voice that was always there beneath the noise of fear or pain. This voice speaks love. It speaks wisdom. It speaks clarity. The truth is not something outside of you. It is within. It speaks in the way your body responds to peace. It shows itself in the thoughts that feel light, in the choices that feel gentle and kind. You are now learning to hear it again. One way to reconnect with your truth is through writing, not to figure everything out, but to listen. Sit quietly with a pen and paper and ask, what do I need to know right now? Then write. Let it come without judgment. What rises may surprise you, but it is always meaningful, always helpful. Another way is to breathe, to sit in stillness, hand on heart, and listen. You might hear a whisper, or you might feel a sensation. This is your soul speaking. This is the return of your truth. And every time you listen with love, your connection grows stronger. Trust builds, fear dissolves, and from that place, your life begins to align with peace. You begin to choose from love instead of fear. You begin to walk a path that feels like home. Let yourself affirm, I trust the wisdom within me. I am connected to my truth. Say it softly. Say it with your hand on your heart. Say it until the words feel like your own. Because they are. They have always been yours. They've just been waiting for you to remember. You are not lost. You are on the path back to your beautiful self. And every moment you choose love, you are already there. It is a beautiful thing to feel yourself softening. When the edges of pain no longer feel as sharp, when the grip of fear loosens just a little, when your breath flows a little more freely, you are stepping into a new space, a space of emotional safety. And this, my dear one, is a gift you can continue to give yourself every single day. Creating safety doesn't always mean changing your outer world. It begins with the thoughts you allow to live inside you. Thoughts of kindness, thoughts of gentleness, thoughts that say, I'm here for you, I've got you. These are the thoughts that soothe the nervous system. These are the thoughts that remind your body it can let go. Many of us were never taught to speak lovingly to ourselves. We were taught to push harder, to do more, to ignore pain. But now, in this moment, you are learning a new way. You are learning that healing grows best in warmth, not pressure. And the more warmth you bring to your inner world, the safer you feel. The more safety you feel, the more your spirit rises. So let us begin building this inner sanctuary, a place within that feels like home. You don't need special tools or complicated steps. You only need to check in with yourself. Ask, what do I need today to feel safe? Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's silence. Maybe it's a walk in nature, or simply placing your hand on your chest and saying, you're okay now. You are creating a new relationship with yourself, one based on respect, understanding, and deep love. And as this relationship deepens, you'll begin to notice that the things which once triggered fear or sadness begin to lose their power. You'll respond to yourself with compassion instead of criticism. You'll see yourself through the eyes of love. Try this affirmation gently, like a lullaby. I am creating a safe, loving space within me. Say it whenever the world feels too loud. Say it before you sleep. Say it when old fears try to rise. Each time you do, your nervous system hears, "It's okay now," and healing happens faster in this environment of emotional safety. The soul doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for presence. And when you show up for yourself with presence and love, the soul feels safe enough to stay, to shine, to guide. As healing continues, it is important to remember that the process unfolds in waves. Some days feel light and easy. Others bring emotions to the surface. This is not failure, it is movement. Healing is not a straight line. It is a dance, a spiral, a wave that washes away the old to make room for the new. There is nothing to rush. Each moment you choose compassion over criticism, you are healing. Each time you pause to breathe instead of push, you are healing. Every small loving action you take adds up. They become the roots of your new life. You are becoming more of who you truly are, and that is worth honoring every step of the way. Each person's journey is unique, but the one thing that remains true for all healing paths is this: love is the most powerful force, and you, dear one, are learning to love yourself into wholeness. So I invite you to nourish your soul daily, not out of obligation, but out of love. Create a simple ritual that brings you back to yourself. This could be placing your hands over your heart in the morning and whispering, "I choose peace today," or lighting a candle and saying, "My light grows stronger with every breath," or even writing a few words in a journal. "Today, I give myself grace." These acts are not small, they are sacred. Each one waters the roots of your healing. Each one calls your soul forward, saying, "It's safe to be seen again. You are welcome here." And over time, you begin to notice a beautiful shift. The inner critic softens. The body feels lighter. Emotions come and go with more ease. There is a quiet steadiness in your heart. This is soul nourishment. This is what brings lasting peace. Let your body be part of this journey too. Move gently, rest often, stretch when needed, speak kindly to every cell. Your body responds with love when treated with love. It holds so many memories, but it also holds great wisdom. It is your partner in healing, not your enemy. Let it feel your appreciation. Affirm each day, "I lovingly support my body, mind, and spirit." Feel how this changes your energy. Feel how this grounds you in the present moment. You are not trying to escape yourself. You are learning to embrace yourself fully. As this nourishment deepens, you may begin to feel like yourself again, or maybe even for the first time. Not the version of you shaped by pain, but the version formed in truth, love, and light. You are uncovering your true self, and it is beautiful. The soul, when nourished, begins to shine so brightly that others notice. But more importantly, you notice. You feel connected. You feel whole. You feel aligned. And with this alignment comes a renewed sense of identity, a sense that says, "I am not the wounds I've carried. I am not the stories of pain. I am the love that has survived it all." That is who you truly are. This renewal is not about becoming something new. It is about remembering. The soul remembers its wholeness. The body remembers its balance. The heart remembers its peace. And now you are remembering too. Each breath you take is a return. Each act of love towards yourself is a reunion. You are coming back to your true essence, gentle, powerful, radiant. This healing does not erase your past. It honors it. It says, "Yes, I have felt pain, and yes, I have found peace." That is true strength. That is true freedom. So, as we close our time together, let us speak these words, not just as a thought, but as a declaration from the soul. I am whole. I am safe. I am free to be myself. Let them echo inside you. Let them fill your heart. Let them rise with every breath. These words are not just affirmations. They are your truth. You are not lost. You have never been lost. You were simply waiting for the moment to return to yourself. And that moment is now. Healing is here. Peace is here. Love is here. And most importantly, you are here. You are deeply loved. You are always guided. You are always enough. Go forward with tenderness, knowing that every step you take is blessed. Your soul is shining, your heart is open, and your life is ready for more beauty than ever before. Hello, dear soul. Take a deep breath with me right now, in and out. Let this moment hold you. Let it be a small pause from the noise outside and the noise inside. You have walked through many emotional storms, haven't you? You have carried burdens that were too heavy for your heart, and yet here you are, willing to listen, willing to open, willing to breathe. I am so proud of you for arriving here. It is a sign that a beautiful shift is already beginning inside you. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing broken in you. There is only a space that is longing to be held in love. That's what we're doing together, creating a safe, soft space for healing. Sometimes we don't even realize how much emotion we have tucked away. We keep moving, we keep surviving, we keep smiling even when something deep inside is aching for a gentle release. Emotional wounds don't always scream. Often they whisper through tight shoulders, racing thoughts, shallow breath, or the feeling that something is off, but we can't quite name it. That's how the body speaks for the heart. And the body is always honest. It never lies. It holds on to the things the mind has tried to forget. You are not too sensitive. You are not too weak. You are simply human. And being human means having feelings that need attention, like flowers that need sunlight. When those feelings don't get acknowledged, they harden, like ice forming in a quiet pond. But the good news is, even the thickest ice melts when warmth returns. That warmth is what we are inviting back into your life right now. Emotional healing is not something distant or difficult. It's natural. Just like the body knows how to heal a cut on your skin, your heart knows how to mend itself when it feels safe and loved. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself be. Right here, in this moment, there is nothing you need to fix. We are not here to fight your pain. We are here to listen to it, gently, kindly, like a friend sitting beside you. Healing doesn't happen through force. It happens through love. And love begins by saying to yourself, I am willing to feel. I am willing to be kind to myself. Sometimes we hold back our feelings because we were taught that crying is weak, or anger is wrong, or sadness should be hidden. But feelings are like waves. They come and go. They only grow louder when we try to silence them. When you welcome your emotions without judgment, they soften, they lose their sharpness, and they start to flow again. That's what healing looks like. Flowing, not fixing. Feeling, not fearing. Let's talk about how our thoughts are part of this healing. You see, every thought you think creates a reaction in your body. When you think a loving thought, your body relaxes. When you think a fearful thought, your body tightens. That's not a punishment. It's simply a message. Your thoughts are like seeds, and your body is the garden. Whatever you plant, your body responds to. If you often tell yourself, I'm not good enough, or I should be stronger, your body hears that. Your heart hears that. And it starts to feel unloved, unseen, unsafe. But when you shift even one thought to something like, I'm doing the best I can, or it's okay to feel this way, something magical happens. the heart begins to open, the breath deepens, the shoulders relax. It's like sunlight returning to that garden. You don't have to change every thought overnight. That would be too much. Just one kind thought is enough to begin. Let's try one together now. Gently say to yourself, "It's safe for me to feel. My emotions are welcome." Say it softly, like a lullaby. "It's safe for me to feel. My emotions are welcome." Feel how your body responds. Maybe you feel warmth in your chest or a little release in your breath. That is your soul saying yes. There is great power in the way we speak to ourselves. If you want to begin healing, start with how you talk to yourself in the quiet moments, when no one is around, when you make a mistake, when you feel overwhelmed. That is when your inner voice matters most. Speak as you would to someone you love, because you are someone worthy of that love. Many of us grew up learning to ignore our feelings or numb them with distractions. We were told to be strong, to get over it, to stop being dramatic. But your soul doesn't want to get over things. It wants to go through them with grace, with honesty, with love. And you are strong enough to do that, not because you force yourself, but because you are willing to feel. Let's imagine now that your heart is a small child, holding a bundle of emotions it doesn't know what to do with. You wouldn't yell at that child. You wouldn't say, "Why are you still sad?" Or, "Why can't you move on?" You would hold that child. You would say, "It's okay. I'm here. Take all the time you need." That's what your inner self needs from you. Not judgment, not rush, just presence. Emotional healing isn't about never feeling hurt again. It's about becoming someone who knows how to hold that hurt with care. And it's okay if some days feel heavier than others. Healing is not a straight line. It moves like the tide, sometimes in, sometimes out. Be gentle with yourself on every part of the path. Now, let's begin to notice the body. Our emotions live in the body. They don't just float around. They settle in places. The chest, the belly, the throat. The next time you feel upset, don't push it away. Place your hand on your heart and ask, "Where do I feel this in my body?" Just notice. No fixing, no fighting, just noticing. That awareness alone begins the healing. Your breath is your friend on this journey. When emotions feel too big, too fast, too heavy, pause and breathe, slowly, deeply. Feel the air coming in and out like a gentle wave. Say to yourself, with each breath, "I give myself permission to feel and heal," over and over, as many times as you need. You are already healing. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to prove anything. Just by being here, just by breathing with intention, just by thinking one kind thought, you are letting your soul breathe again. So today, let this be your affirmation. It is safe for me to feel. I am gentle with my heart. I am open to healing. Repeat this whenever you feel tense, overwhelmed, or distant from yourself. Write it down. Say it in the mirror. Whisper it as you fall asleep. Let it become the soft background music of your life. Healing isn't a race. It's a return to love, to softness, to truth. And you are on your way. One breath, one thought, one kind moment at a time. There is something deeply sacred about expressing what has been held inside for so long. For many, the journey of healing begins not with loud declarations or dramatic changes, but with a quiet whisper from the soul that says, "I need to let this out." Emotional pain, when buried, does not disappear. It waits. It lives in the background, coloring everything. And yet, once it is given the space to be seen and heard, something shifts. The weight begins to lift. One of the most gentle and powerful ways to offer this space is through writing. Not writing to be read by anyone else, not for approval or clarity, but writing simply to allow your heart to exhale. When emotions are kept inside, they swirl, they repeat, they tighten. But when they are written, even in a jumble, even if they don't make sense, they begin to loosen. The act of writing is not about fixing the feeling. It is about witnessing it. And being witnessed, even by your own hand, is healing. You might write, "I feel sad today, and I don't know why." That alone is a doorway. You may write, "Something inside me is tired," or "I feel angry and I'm scared of my anger." Let it be messy. Let it be honest. The page does not judge you. It simply holds you, just like love does. There is no wrong way to write your feelings. Some days you may write a paragraph, some days only a sentence, some days nothing at all, and that is okay too. Healing honors your rhythm. It doesn't rush you. Try this simple practice each morning or evening. Sit quietly with a pen and paper, close your eyes, and ask your heart, "What do you want me to know today?" Then write whatever comes. No filtering, no pressure, just truth, flowing gently from inside to the page. This practice tells your inner self, "I see you, I'm listening, I care." And that, dear soul, is what emotional wounds long for the most, loving attention. You are not meant to carry everything alone. By writing it down, you share it with your own wisdom, and that is a partnership that brings peace. Now let us speak of mirror work, a practice so simple and yet so transformative. When you look into your own eyes, something tender happens. You are no longer hiding from yourself. You are meeting the one who has always been waiting for your love. Many people feel uncomfortable the first time they try it. That's okay. That's natural. The mirror reflects not only your face, but your truth. And truth can feel raw when you have been taught to ignore it. Start gently. Stand before the mirror. Look into your eyes. Let the gaze be soft, not forced. Then say something kind. Even if it feels strange at first, say, "I'm here for you," or "You matter to me," or simply, "Hello, dear one." The words are not as important as the intention. You are showing up for yourself. You are creating a relationship of trust. There is a part of you, a younger part, a softer part that has been waiting for this moment, waiting to be chosen by you, waiting to be accepted as is. When you speak gently to yourself in the mirror, you become the safe parent, the kind friend, the source of comfort your heart has longed for. Try placing your hand over your heart while you look into your eyes. Breathe and say, "It's okay, I love you, I am here, always." Say it every day if you can, even for a minute. Some days tears may come, some days silence, and some days a small smile. Every response is welcome, every step is progress. Mirror work teaches you that you are not your mistakes, you are not your past, you are not your pain. You are the loving presence that sees it all and still says, "I choose you." That is powerful, that is healing, that is freedom. There is also healing in something even more natural than words, your breath. It's always with you, from your first moment in this world to your last. Yet how often do we truly notice it? When emotions are high, when grief knocks at the door, when anxiety grips the chest, the breath becomes shallow, rushed, or even held completely. That's how the body tries to protect itself. But the beautiful truth is, your breath can also be your way back to calm. Let's practice together now. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Inhale slowly through your nose as if you are drawing in peace. Hold it for a second. Then exhale through your mouth as if you are releasing the weight of the world. Again, inhale, peace, and exhale tension. Keep breathing this way. Each breath is a quiet act of love. With every inhale, you are telling your nervous system, you are safe. With every exhale, you are letting go of the things that no longer serve you. The breath is your guide. You can use it any time during a stressful moment, before sleep, when waking up, or when you feel overwhelmed. It's free, it's available, and it is deeply healing. Sometimes it helps to add gentle words to your breath. Inhale, I am calm. Exhale, I release. Inhale, I am enough. Exhale, I let go. These are more than words. They are signals to the heart and body that peace is possible, even here, even now. Over time, breathing this way becomes second nature. It becomes your anchor in stormy seas. When emotions rise like waves, you don't need to drown. You have the breath. You have this moment. You have the power to pause, to soften, to return. So many of us hold our breath without realizing it. We tense, we brace, we wait for the next pain. But you don't have to live like that. You can train your body to relax again. You can give your soul the space it longs for. Let yourself breathe, not just to survive, but to truly live, to feel, to heal. Your breath, your words, your mirror, your pen, these are all sacred tools. Tools that invite your heart to open. Tools that remind you that healing is not outside of you. It is within. It has always been within. Today, just take one of these practices, whichever one calls to you most. Try it with love. Try it with gentleness. And let it be enough. Let it be a beginning, because each small beginning creates a ripple of healing that reaches every part of your being. You are worthy of that healing. You are ready. You are not alone. Let this breath, this moment, this small act of care be the next step on your path to wholeness. There comes a time when certain emotions feel too heavy to keep carrying. Guilt that clings to the heart like a shadow. Shame that whispers lies in quiet moments. Resentment that stiffens the body with every memory. These are not faults in your character. They are simply emotions that were never given the space to be held in love. Emotions that stayed because they weren't allowed to go. But what was learned can be unlearned, and what was carried can be released. You are not defined by the things you regret. You are not the sum of your past mistakes or the times you wished you'd spoken up or handled something differently. You are a soul learning, growing, and unfolding. Guilt is only a sign that you are someone who cares deeply. Shame is only a misunderstanding about who you truly are. Resentment is only the echo of a wound that wants attention. And all of it, every piece, can be softened with love. Close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself holding a basket. In that basket are stones. Each stone is a story, a memory, a moment, a wound. Heavy, isn't it? But now imagine setting just one stone down. Not because you're forced to, but because you're ready. Even one stone makes the load lighter. You don't have to throw them all away. You just start with one. You might say to yourself, I am willing to release this pain. That is enough. You don't need to know how. You just need to be willing. The universe will meet you in that willingness. Repeat softly, I now release all guilt. I forgive myself. I am learning to be free. Say it with gentleness, even if your voice trembles. Even if a part of you isn't sure you believe it yet. That's okay. Say it anyway. Belief grows with practice. Forgiveness is not about saying what happened was okay. It's not about pretending. It's about choosing not to hold poison in your own body any longer. It's a decision to love yourself enough to stop hurting yourself with yesterday's pain. And you deserve that freedom. Imagine yourself shedding layers of heavy coats on a warm day. That is what releasing feels like. Lighter, freer, clearer. You are not meant to carry pain forever. You are meant to feel it, honor it, learn from it, and then let it move. Just like the wind, just like the tide, let yourself flow again. Now breathe. Notice how far you've come in this moment. There is something within you, something ancient and wise, that knows how to return to peace. That something is your true self, and your true self is whole. As you soften and begin to release, you may find that peace becomes easier to reach. It no longer feels like a distant dream, but something you can touch, even if just for a few seconds at a time. That is the power of emotional healing. It makes room for joy to return, for stillness to rise, for your soul to breathe again. There is a quiet place within you that has never been hurt, never been broken, never been afraid. It is the place of your essence. When you reconnect with that space, you remember who you are, and from that place, everything begins to feel possible again. Peace is not just an emotion, it's your natural state. Underneath the thoughts, the habits, the roles you play, it's there. It's waiting. Healing is not about becoming something new. It's about removing what's in the way of who you've always been. You can touch this peace when you sit in silence, when you walk slowly through nature, when you put your hand over your heart and say, I'm doing okay. You can feel it when you choose not to judge yourself, when you let yourself rest, when you smile at your reflection just because. These little moments, these soft returns, are how peace blossoms. And when you touch peace, even briefly, your entire energy shifts. You become softer with others. You become more present. Your body begins to trust that it doesn't need to protect all the time. That is what healing does. It opens space for safety to return. Let's affirm that together. Peace lives within me now. I trust this moment. I am safe to be myself. Say it with warmth. Say it with care. Let it wrap around your body like a soft shawl. This peace isn't just for today. You can carry it with you into tomorrow and the next day and all the days to come. Because it's not outside of you. It is you. You've just needed space to feel it again. And so now you may wonder, how do I continue this healing after this moment ends? How do I keep feeling connected, centered, and cared for? The answer is simpler than we often think. Through small, loving rituals, through gentle habits that keep you close to your own heart. Try starting your morning with 1 minute of deep breathing and a loving affirmation. Something like, today I choose kindness toward myself. At night, reflect on one thing you did that honored your emotional truth, whether it was resting when you were tired, expressing a feeling, or even just saying no when you needed to. Let that be enough. Keep a little journal beside your bed. Write down 3 things each night that made you feel good, even if they seem small. A soft blanket, a kind word, a breath of fresh air. These are not little things. They are anchors. They remind you that beauty exists even in ordinary moments, and that beauty lives in you. When emotions feel high, place your hand on your chest and simply say, I am here. This tells your body that it doesn't have to go through it alone. You are present with yourself, and presence is the beginning of everything. You may also create a small sacred space in your home, a corner with a candle, a journal, maybe a plant or crystal. Sit there when you need to come back to yourself. Let it be a place where your soul can breathe freely. Healing isn't about perfection. It's about intention. It's about saying, even if I fall back into old patterns, I can choose again, and you can. Every day, every moment is a new invitation to choose peace, to choose softness, to choose love. As we come to this gentle close, I want you to know something with all your heart. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And this process, this slow, loving unfolding, is exactly what your soul came here to experience. You have everything you need within you to heal, not someday, not when everything is perfect, but now, in this breath, in this body, in this very moment. Let this be your final affirmation today. I am open to healing. I trust my journey. My soul is breathing freely now. Say it softly. Say it with love. Say it whenever you feel lost. Your healing is not just a hope, it is a promise. And every breath you take with intention is a step into that promise. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with your pace. You are doing so beautifully. Now go forward, not in haste, but in grace. Let your soul breathe. Let your heart rest. You are safe. You are loved. And you are whole.